Howdy again, folks. Wanted to show you what I've been working on with the pillar tool. This is something that's a clever little design that George Thomas published in a different book, but and I'll show that book later on. It's a clever little cup, basically, that he has dimensions for several different sizes of them. This is the one for the 9/16 inch ball. So I just finished making this ball handle. Wanted to show how this fits in here. The cup sits in here, and as you can see, I mean, the back is cut. It's relieved basically, so that when you tighten down on the 3-jaw chuck, it will squeeze the ball handle. And the way the dimensions of the cup are such that it provides the optimal degree setting when the ball handle is like this, for facing off and drilling it, so that you'll have the right angle for the tool, the pillar tool, using these ball handles to actuate the locking mechanisms on it. So, believe it or not, this is the large ball handle for the pillar tool. This is a 2-inch one, and I just finished making it. I made it as an experiment because the George Thomas, in his original book, he I guess for some odd reason you can't make a ball handle this small on a Myford 7-inch lathe. So I didn't have any problem making this ball handle on the 12-inch Grizzly lathe. It has nothing to do with the size, basically. I think that it's probably something to do with technique. Anyway, the pillar tool book calls for the large ball and the shaft to be made on the lathe, and then you buy little 7/16 inch balls and drill a hole in them and Loctite them together. And so everybody that I've ever seen that made one of these things, that's what they did. But I knew I could make a small ball handle, so I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and make, now that I've proven that I can do this, I'll just mass produce 6 more of these for the pillar tool. So let me take you over there. I've done, if you're interested in this kind of thing, I have done other videos when I was building the Gingrey Shaper that showed the ball handles and such. But let me bring you over here. I wanted to show, sorry about the erratic camera work here, but this is a little bit better sketch, and you can see the dimensions, hopefully. Well, I got it straight out of the book, and what I did, I duplicated the sketch, and I wrote the dimensions down, and it's in a piece of plastic, so I could stick this on the lathe with a magnet and produce the little cup, and it did work out well. Here's the sketch I had made for the ball handle. It's kind of like twice normal size. It's 2 inches long overall, 9/16 inch for the large ball, 7/16 for the small one, and then 1 inch in the middle here. So, and it works out to right at 2 inches. So, as you can see, so this is that's, as I mentioned, this is the large ball handle. Pretty funny, but these were the steps that I took. I don't know if this will come out on the shiny plastic or not, but I took a piece of 9/16 inch steel and I turned it down to 7/16, and then I used my cutoff tool to lay out the different places where the ball and the large and the small ball are, and then I turned the small ball and parted off the 2-inch length, turned it around in a 7/16 inch 5C collet, and turned the large ball. And then all I had to do, I had initially, I forgot to mention this, but center drilled the small end of the small ball, so that I could put this in the cup before this was machined off. I could put it in the cup in the lathe, and then have a live center here, and then I was able to turn the little tapered shaft. It's a 2-degree taper, basically. I was able to turn that pretty easily. So that's how you make the ball handle. And like I said, I need 7 of these. I did mock up the the pillar tool here. The book actually calls for smaller ones than this to be made for these arms, but of course the book is talking about a 3-inch long arm too. So this one is 6 inches, and I can't see any problem with having a 2-inch ball handle here to activate it here. I'll have one for the base. Make sure that shows up. I have one for the base here, and then 2 for each of the arms. So hope that makes sense and is interesting to you. So now that I'm happy that I was able to prove the concept, and I'll be able to mass produce these things basically. And I've got this cup thing that I made, and I stamped it 9/16. I should have waited till after I cut the compression holes in there before I stamped it, but pretty happy about that. I might actually blue this. Heck, I might blue the little handles too to keep them fresh. But the idea is that excuse me, that I will take a 1/4-inch threaded rod. What I'll probably do is make my own. So I'll have a smooth 1/4-inch shaft there that gets Loctited in, and then I'll have the 1/4-20 threaded portion just sticking out, just enough of the threaded portion to engage the brass clamping pads, or cotters as they're properly known. So I hope that's interesting for you. Please let me know. Thanks again, everybody, for the comments. I've enjoyed that, and I will keep you posted.